Hello, thank you. Thank you, and warm welcome to you today at Fundy Fortunes. Before I do anything, this is my sweetgrass and sage smudge, where I smudge my cards, even my laptop, myself. And this is for you guys, anybody viewing the video, to send out some really good energies for a good positive reading, at least a good strong one. There we go. One more time over the cards. One more with myself. The sweetgrass grows on my property in front of the house. It grows there naturally. So we feel we're highly favored by nature. And there's sage mixed in with as well. This is a native custom, indigenous custom. And the sage and the sweetgrass actually clear 95% of the airborne bacteria that is found within the home as well. This is the clean energies, pure energies. All right, so now that we got that going really, really well, my name is Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader, and I'm here today to do a 5-card spread for the mid-monthly reading for the sign of Pisces. I'm a little late getting them out. I've been crazy busy, and it's just been really, really hard to stay on top of things. So this and Cancer are going to be the last ones. I apologize for the late time in the month. I wanted to have this out like a week ago. So anyway, this is a 5-card spread, and I use for all my online readings the Oceanic Tarot deck, okay, which is fitting for Bay of Fundy Fortunes, because I live on the Bay of Fundy in Atlantic, Canada. Highest tides in the world. I pull one significator at the end of the reading from my deck of tarot. Okay, so every card has a certain placement. First card is your overall energy of your reading. Second card is all your finances and your wealth, anything pertaining to money. The third card is heart, love, romance, anything with love in your heart, anything close to your home. The fourth card is your challenges for mid-month August, Pisces. And the fifth card is your message from Spirit. And then at the very end, we do a significator. Anything to bring anything of importance up front and center. Okay, so let's get right down to the reading here. The first card that I pulled for you is the King of Swords. It's all about ambition. Ambition. Isn't he a magnificent looking fella? Okay, so this card, when he appears, excuse me, is a man who is very, very clever. He is a strong leader in business as well. He's a great strategist, and he has a lot of charm and a strong ambition behind him. He can exert pressure. He can offer calm and logical judgment. Sometimes he appears when there's legal issues at hand that may need some attention. Right now, the King is the You card in this. This is you, Pisces. For some reason, this is you. The King is the card that brings logical approach. The advice of the card is to look for facts before making a decision. Keywords are fairness, balance, decision, strength, justice, and support. So this is your overall energy for this reading, where it shows that you, Pisces, are going to be the voice of reason. Any legal issues going on right now, I don't see them anything serious, not criminal-wise. It could just be legal issues of you find yourself in a lawyer's office, signing off on some contracts, and you approach everything with logic. So you're scanning the contracts. I feel nudged to say, whoever your lawyer is, the law office that's representing you and taking care of your business. This is like a business thing. Is very trustworthy. Somebody with a good reputation behind them, and you know this. This is definitely for business. There may be one of you out there that extends beyond that. Maybe it is in a criminal case of some kind. I don't think so, though. Always look for facts before making any decisions. That's a key message of this card. So it looks like you, Pisces, have a lot of logical judgment, and you're going to be calling on your logical judgment. And you'll be looking at different strategies at this time as well. Okay, so the second card that I have for you here that I drew is the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is in your financial sector. He's all about, represents limbo. Excuse me. Okay. You can see that his arms are outstretched, but he seems to have found a balance within his own body and a peace within. He's very comfortable in his position. Rays of light are a sign of insight and protection that he's receiving. There doesn't appear to be much forward movement. That's what limbo's all about. You're kind of stuck in limbo. Some of you Pisces may be waiting for a decision to be made, or feel that some things may be on hold. A lack of control may be there as well. Legal frustrations, you may have to compromise rather than hanging around and waiting. The hangman asks you to stay calm and to think rather than rush into any major decisions right now. You're waiting for time. You're frustrated. There's some sacrifices. There's some insight with purpose and viewpoints. You're going to be finding other ways. You may have to be finding other ways, and you may gain some valuable insights on the situation as well, whatever your situation is right now. Sometimes fate interferes, or intervenes maybe is a better word in this case, and it has you in limbo, hung upside down, feet tied, but you have found a space within your situation where you say, well, if I'm going to be here for a while, I might as well be comfortable, and so I can patiently sit back and wait. Let the frustrations go. There's nothing I can do right now. That's where your feet are tied and you're hanging upside down. Nothing I can do about this right now. Yes, it's frustrating, but these are the things, and this all pertains to money because of the legal ramifications of this. The papers that I see you signing all have to do with a business, and business is all about making money. So right now, the money flow may not be coming in as soon as you expected it to. You expected this to happen earlier. There have been a few glitches. That's normal. Not to stress about that. It's a time thing. You are forced. You have no control over it. Where you have to sit and you have to wait for the right time. Although Pisces, you're very, very anxious to start making some money and to see the bank account and the numbers start to grow there. It is coming for you. It's just held up a little tiny bit. So just hang loose, no pun intended. Be comfortable and wait for things to unfold. Because what's going on with that is out of your control and everybody else's control that is in relation to the situation, but it's out of your control. You're ready to go as far as you're concerned, but you have to wait just a tiny little bit more. The third card that I pulled for you, Pisces, is the Page of Cups. This falls in your love, your romance, your heart. Anything to do with love. And it is imagination, is the representative word for it. Now, pages are always representative of new messages coming in. Sometimes it's a literal person, usually a young person. They represent young people. I would say under 30 years of old and down. Somebody will be coming forward with a message for you pertaining to the love that is surrounding you in your life. This could also be, sometimes it's rare, but once in a while, this is somebody older than 30. Probably more late 40s, early 50s, but somebody that's very, very young at heart that's in your life. This person has a lot to offer you and others as well. They bring a message of love coming your way in the future. For those of you that are single Pisces, this is a wonderful thing. You see my smile coming here? It's coming for you. You can't hide away from it, whether you want to or not. Your projects and all your finances will begin to flourish after you receive. Here's a little hint. Once there's an inkling of a personal, romantic relationship coming at you, after that, this is the green light and the signal that all your finances and your projects will begin to flourish. You can get yourself unbound from hanging upside down and being forced to wait. And now things are going to start moving forward, a little bit more. The advice of this card is to enjoy the lighter side of life, play and let your imagination run free. Keywords are companionship, outings, fun, playfulness, imagination, love, news, and finances. And Pisces, the Pisces that I know, they have a very strong childlike way about them. When they settle down to have fun, and they tell everybody around them and themselves, I'm going to have fun. This is going to be fun. They mean it. And this childlike way, it shows in the freedom of laughter, the freedom of being in the moment. and there's nothing caging you in. You let it all go. It all comes out and forward. And you're one of these people that tells everybody else, live a little. Let go of the stress. Forget about what's bothering you earlier today. Let that go. This is about fun. I'm going to make you laugh, and you're going to laugh with me. We're going to sing. We're going to play like we're 5-year-olds, because I can't enjoy life unless I'm able to do that. That's one thing about Pisces. They have that little bit about them. And Pisces as well are very, very sweet people. I haven't met a mean, nasty Pisces yet in my life. They've all been very soft, very sweet, very intuitive, very smart. They're smarter and more, they have more insight into human behavior around them than they let on, and than what they show, because these aren't things that they want to. They don't like looking at the darker side of life, because what Pisces, if they get pulled into a darkened void, it's hard for them to release themselves of that. They feel everything very, very strongly. Still waters run real deep, especially with the Pisces. The fourth card that I pulled for you in your House of Challenges, Pisces, is the Three of Wands, and this is all about motivation. This is your challenge for mid-August. Wands are always about practical things, like business, for one thing. So the keywords for this card are travel, relationships, some weddings, some originality, success, and the arts. Maybe some sport in there as well. The advice of this card is to think laterally. Try to fire your communications and your creativity up. What they mean by laterally, for those that you don't get that, is to think sideways. What I call sideways thinking. The card calls it laterally. That means to step outside your normal frame of the way your brain would work on doing things. Sometimes things aren't done straightforwardly. Most times it's a good way to be. Very straightforward, very focused, to the point, targeted. But once in a while, Pisces, you have to think outside the box, or color outside the lines, as they say. And you need to be able to do some different thinking, to step sideways, outside of the situation without losing your grasp on what it is. And do some what-ifing in your head. What if I tried this? That sounds crazy. But it sounds crazy that it just might work. That kind of crazy. And don't be afraid to try new ventures and new things and new approaches. That's what it's all about. The sideways thinking is like finding new ways to approach different things. The tree also brings energy, intuition to all your activities, and also in love. New energy in love. It predicts a brand new relationship and a celebration of that relationship. There may be, I'm getting nudged to say, some people are getting married, some are hearing of other marriages and engagements. You'll be picking up news on that. And the reason it shows up in your cards, even if it's not you, it's somebody very close to you. This could actually be for one or two of you being invited to an engagement party or a wedding, and that's where the new love comes in. Lord, oh Lord, how many people meet their future spouses or their next serious relationship at somebody else's wedding? Happens all the time. So this could be what's going to be coming at you, Pisces. The three also brings travel, dynamic attitudes, which bring really, really great results. Ingenious thinking as well. And that's where your sideways thinking comes in, the lateral thinking. Ingenious things will pop up. And you'll be glad that you stepped outside of that you found a roundabout way to do these things. So there's just a small challenge there. Not a whole lot of challenges for August, mid-month August. You're pretty much floating through this month, other than the financial thing that's holding you back, and you're being forced to be patient and to wait before giving the green light. Don't be over boisterous around in certain situations. There's another challenge for you. You're very excitable and very gung-ho. Some people get a bit standoffish when it comes to that behavior. You'll be able to feel them out when you get that nudge of, ooh, I was about to say something really, really smart there and thought it would be funny, but that person, I don't want to offend anybody, that person may not find it so funny. So there's your challenges. Okay, so the fourth card, which is a message from Spirit, is Three of Pentacles. It's all about recognition. Pentacles always pertain to money. They are coins, pentacles, deniers, golden discs, and they always pertain to money. So Spirit is saying that your work receives some positive attention. Your success ends up becoming public rather than private. If you're working to sell your home right now as well, now's the time to spiff it up and to rearrange things to make it inviting for any stranger coming into your home. I just had this in a private reading last night for somebody, and I'll give you the same advice I gave to them. Any good real estate agent would do the same. They come in, make sure your house is clean, make sure your house smells clean. Don't go overboard with senses and things like that. Some people, if it's too strong when they come in, they'll think you're trying to hide something, like a musty smell, or is there mold growing in the house? It makes people frustrated and uncomfortable, especially if it's a sharp smell. It kind of hits you between the eyes and gives you one of them funny little niggly headaches. People don't like that. It'll turn them off. They'll be thinking, I could be stuck. I don't know what the smell is in this house. Although it's a nice smell, it's overpowering. I could never live with that. It's too much. So you may turn some people up, be very quiet. But it does take a little more sometimes than baking cookies to put the smell of cookies and baking and vanilla through the house as well. That's a nice scent. But don't do anything that would arise any suspicion. Because people can be funny sometimes, and it wouldn't take very much for them to have their brain turn that way. You know, their consciousness go, what's wrong with this picture? Just a nice, light, clean smell. You know, if you mop your floors, make sure that you're not using anything too strong or overpowering. A nice, light scent, so that when the floors are dried, there's still that. It's just this clean smell that fills the air. Nobody's offended by a clean, fresh smell. Remember that. Keep some windows open. You know, as long as you're not living next door to a pulp mill, a paper mill, or a refinery, open your windows and let the fresh air come in. That's another wonderful thing. And also take any personal collections or hobbies, family photos, and push them off to the side out of the way so the family can envision themselves living there. They can actually see themselves being pulled in. They can see their furniture in place. They can see their family there. They see a place where they're going to hang all their personal artifacts, their artwork, family photos, things like that. But if your stuff's blocking that mental visibility, it may hinder you. Remember to do that. All personal collections and pictures pushed off to the side somewhere. Clear out your front door and being nudged to say, don't leave a dozen pairs of shoes all lined up at the front door. If you can remove them from the mat, clean the mat, it just almost says, come on in, this is your new home. You put your shoes right there. That's where your shoes belong, right on this mat, because this is going to be your new home. That's one way of looking at it. The work that you're involved in right now, this may go back to the very beginning of the reading, Pisces, with what you're waiting for in signs of signing papers, contracts at a lawyer's office. These things, once the ball starts to roll for you, it's going to be incredible. You're really going to feel good and be very, very proud of the work that you've done. And the cards also literally say that there's more success in the cards for you. The keywords for this, sorry for the frog, the keywords for this are stability, finance, protection, balance, order, and foundations. And you're right now building a lot of strong foundations as well with this new business venture and maybe that new love that you're going to meet at a wedding. So your significator card that I pulled for you today is the Seven of Swords. It came up in reverse, and I don't even think there's a meaning for this in reverse. So let me hold it up right. I'm going to pull my book on this. Swords are all about the mind and the subconscious, things that are working on your mind. Things are possibilities of things that could happen, things that are going to come. You're deciphering and mulling over things in your mind. So let me see this. Seven of Swords. The Lord of Futility represents the times in life when we feel too overwhelmed and doubtful to act decisively towards our problems. It usually appears when there are difficult decisions to be made or when situations arise that require that we take action. When we are weary, feeling overstressed and helpless, we do nothing. As a result, of course, things get inevitably worse. But, okay, these are the things that are possible that could happen. The Book of Tarot, the deck of Tarot has brought this to your attention to not let these things become forth. Just because, you know, you're stuck and you're bound like this, and you're feeling helpless, right? The Hanged Man. Your worst fears in your head, because that's what swords do. It's all in the head. You can easily let yourself be swayed, and instead of feeling like you're hanging free and you found this place of comfort, and it's a wonderful thing, if you don't do that, then you're going to be intimidated by what you're not able to control in this moment and in this time. Don't let your fears overcome your reality, and then everything you've done become a futile effort, all for nothing, because that is not the reality right now. You've done your groundwork. You've waited a long time for this. This is yours and yours alone. And why would everything fall apart? Just because you have to wait a little bit. That's what I'm getting to. Pisces, this is a really good reading, and it just kind of went boom, flew right by. Before I say goodbye to you, Pisces, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. If you're new to YouTube, that little red button underneath this video window says subscribe. Just click on it. All subscriptions, well, as far as I know, my channel it's always free, and you can leave anytime you like. All it means is once you subscribe, anytime they have Fundy Fortunes post a new video, you will be alerted of that via your email notifications. And in saying that, I'd like you to come back for September, because the next readings that are coming up are going to be for the month of September, Pisces, and you really want to know what's coming on. With summer on the downslide, depending where you live, fall is coming in. A lot of changes, and it is the month of what I like to call preparation. For those of us that burn wood energy, they're getting their wood ready for the winter. And this covers all ages. People beginning new courses and going to school or university or college. The kids all return to school as well. New beginnings. Most people think September's the time to put everything away and go to bed. It is not. It has its own rite of passage with new beginnings. I'd like you to tune back in, and subscribe so that you don't miss the next reading for Pisces for September. For all my current subscribers, old and new, right from the bottom of this big old heart, a big old thank you to you. I'm touched and moved. I'm very excited about the channel. The numbers are climbing at a very good rate. The support that's there is mind-blowing. These are things I was not expecting, because I do read cards from the love of my heart. It's my niche, and it's where I feel comfortable, and I enjoy very, very much what I do. For those of you brave, honest souls that leave very heart-bearing, soul-bearing comments in the comment section below, you people are so brave. You all are so brave to open up and lay things out like that. Anytime you want to tell me something and you're not comfortable doing that, you can email me. My email address is found in the description box as well, below this window. Also, if you found it, because this is a general reading, I should have stated that some of this may pertain to you, Pisces, and some of it may not. You may take bits and pieces. If you wanted a private reading, I do offer the services of a private reading, and the information for that's below in the description box as well. It's very simple, very straightforward, very easy to do. You basically send me off an email saying you want a reading done. And everything's right there, cost and the whole bit. It's not a big overcharge. I don't charge a whole lot of money, but it is a lot of work on my part. So my time is like yours; it's very valuable. And so I think I think that's it for now. I'm going to say goodbye and hope to see you back real soon for the month of September. Please subscribe to the channel, and I wish you well for the rest of mid-August. It looks very interesting. You're going to be busy. Good luck with the new love for those of you that are finding it. Anyways, thank you very much, Pisces. I'm really, really glad you stopped by for a visit, and I hope to see you back real soon. Goodbye.